I mean, you've basically, you have to come to terms with the idea that you've got a serious illness.
You like this, right? Knowing ME, knowing you, I, Alan Partridge, talk to ME sufferers about the condition. We intersperse it with their favourite pop songs, make it light-hearted, give them a platform. You've got to keep the energy up because you can't fail. No, you don't like it, that's all right. No. That's okay.
Hi there, it's me again. Waffling on about long COVID. I talked a little bit in my last video about the group that I'd been part of for it was 6 weeks, run by the NHS, run by physiotherapists, nurses, I think, and occupational therapy, and it was very helpful. I thought maybe this time I'll talk a little bit about what helped, so something a little bit more practical. One of the big things is pacing, and it's something that I'm not very good at, and I think everybody agreed that it was a real struggle to do that, because with this condition you can feel pretty fine. I feel pretty fine in the morning when I get up, and I have some energy, enough energy to do stuff, and I want to do stuff. I find it quite difficult to break off from things. So the idea is that as soon as you feel tired at all, you sort of lie down or sit back, meditate. That's very useful. We talked a lot about mindfulness, and sort of switch off the brain, relax the body, clear the mind, and that the idea is, obviously you conserve a bit of energy, you get a little bit of energy back by doing that. Then you can carry on doing some stuff, but when you feel tired again, you stop. So you keep working, stopping, or doing an activity and then stopping before you get exhausted. So the cycle is, what tends to happen is you get absolutely exhausted. I mean, if I go all day without sleeping, even if I'm just sitting here in front of my computer doing hardly anything, well, what seems like hardly anything, I could be video editing or making a video like this, or even just watching YouTube or whatever it is. If I do that, and if I did that all day till 5 p.m, I would be absolutely dead. And then what happens is you become overtired, in a sense, I guess, and absolutely crash out, and then it might take you a whole day to recover. Unbelievable as that may be. I mean, obviously before this I was nothing like this. I never used to sleep in the afternoon. I hadn't slept in the afternoon for probably 25 years before I developed long COVID. I just didn't need to, and like most people, obviously when I was in my 20s, you tend to sleep in the afternoon a bit, but that's usually because you're up late doing goodness knows what. But as an older person, I'm over 50, typically, I get up 8 a.m. sort of thing, and I was busy all day, working, or if it was the weekend, doing stuff, and no way would I ever sleep. Now I'm exhausted, as I said in my last video, and I think the one before, by about 1:30 usually. So pacing is meant to work. I don't know if it just doesn't work for me, or if I'm not doing it right. I do find it, as I said, very difficult to break off from things. I get very engrossed in the task I'm doing, and I don't want to stop, and that is a big problem. And there's a lot of frustration and annoyance because, I'm already stuck at home. Can't go out much, can't do much. So the idea that I then, even though I'm stuck at home, I can't even, watch TV for 2 or 3 hours, or sit and playing a computer game for 2 or 3 hours, is just very annoying, to say the least. you can't live your life normally, and it's debilitating. It's like, I mean, you've basically, you have to come to terms with the idea that you've got a serious illness, and it's unfortunately seriously limiting your lifestyle, and there's not a huge amount you can do about that. But pacing, that is the idea. So the idea is that you always stop when you're tired. You stop, you rest, you do a little bit, you rest, you do a little bit, you rest, and then your energy level stays on this sort of plane. From there, the idea is you slowly go up, build up a little bit every day. But if you keep using energy and then crashing down, it's then harder to climb, because you're going up, down, lower essentially every time.
And then he ran along this pew, like that, and threw the books. Pick them up.
Whereas if you're sort of going up and down, my hands has become like a little puppet. And if you sort of go up and down gently, the idea is you gradually build up over weeks or months, you know. I just haven't been able to do that. 3 years. It's very difficult to do pacing, but it is apparently important. Another thing is these that I got, which are not very fashionable, but they cancel out blue light from screens, which is meant to help you sleep, and I think it's helped me, although frankly I'm sleeping in the afternoon usually, as well as sleeping in 8 hours at night. But that helps, and also they've got a mild sort of prescription because I'm a bit long-sighted, so I think it helps me not to be squinting at the screen so much. So that helps as well, because anything that lowers your amount of sort of tension, I guess, is good. So that's another thing. Diet is something we talked about. Someone suggested I go on a low carb diet, but it's going to take a little bit of effort. I'm thinking about it. Problem is I eat a lot of pasta, rice, potato type products, so I'll have to get my act together and try and see what high protein stuff I can eat and leave out the carbs. It's not easy. I've never been a big one for diets. I've always been very skinny, so I've never had to diet to lose weight. And that's a bit scary. So low carb diet, meditation, relaxation, those are things that I was already sort of into. Anything that can conserve energy. And I'll just end the video by saying that a couple of the theories about long COVID are, one of these was told, I'm under the long COVID clinic at UCLH, University London College Hospital, University College London Hospital, something like that, and they're very good. But the doctor did say that possibly my heart, or people's heart in general, is pumping very, very, very fast, and that exhausts you. So when you go for a walk, it's like doing a marathon. And another thing is, people say that breathing, maybe it's your breathing, you're not getting enough oxygen. Well, my SATs are a bit lower than most people's, because I basically got COPD, but only about 97%, and the average is about 99%, so it's only a couple of percent down. So I don't know about that, but it could be that. So those are a couple of the possible causes, but of course the research is ongoing and they're very early on. They don't know much about this condition. So it's difficult, but hope that was helpful. I always try and stay positive. It's not easy, but I have tried to give you some positive things there among the freak show lifestyle that is living with long COVID. Thanks for watching. Thank you if you've liked and subscribed. Do like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, comment below, especially because I'm very interested to hear from people. And I'll see you next time.